I rolled those nails up with my tongue and swallowed them in one gulp, but to my surprise, the next second, I actually spat out an egg from my mouth, and then a second and a third followed. The crowd around me immediately erupted in cheers and dollar bills rained down on me like snowflakes, but this kind of street trick can only be performed once in the same place. I quickly grabbed my things and dashed home. The first thing I did when I got home was let my mom shake me as hard as she could. Unexpectedly, before she even used much force, coins started clinking and clattering out non-stop, making my mom laugh so hard she couldn't close her mouth. I promised my mom that one day, all these jingling coins would turn into heavy gold coins. But as I slowly grew up, I realized that just relying on street performances would at best earn me a meager living. If I wanted to fulfill that childhood promise, I had to pull off something big, so I found a reporter and spent all my savings just to make a bold statement. There's no place in this world that can hold me. But the warden looked at me with contempt, as if he were looking at a fool. I pretended to be enraged by him, and the next second, I started yelling and shouting at him. As expected, I was thrown into a cell. Before I was taken away, my wife gave me a deep kiss through the iron bars. Unexpectedly, this scene aroused the warden's suspicion. He immediately ordered me to open my mouth, but found nothing. I even gave him a provocative smile.
But
what he didn't know was that a true magician would never let his trick be exposed so easily. The thing really was in my mouth, but I hid it deep in my throat. I looked at him with contempt because my goal was never just to escape from this tiny cell. Thanks to that deep kiss through the iron bars, I managed to make the front page of the newspaper. Now I was famous, but I knew very well that every performance from now on had to be more thrilling than the last, or I would soon be forgotten. Just when I was running out of tricks, a genius prop maker named Jim suddenly entered my world. He performed magic tricks with little gadgets he made himself and successfully caught my attention. Right after that, Jim showed me a new type of handcuffs he had redesigned, along with a key that could unlock them in just 1 second. I was completely amazed by his incredible craftsmanship and immediately hired him as my assistant on the spot. And just like that, my team began to take shape. Soon after, the Chicago police challenged me. This time, the police chief was fully prepared. I watched as they roughly stripped off all my clothes, then tightly bound my hands and feet with iron chains, and even put a specially made mask on me to prevent me from picking the locks with my mouth. The next moment, they called in reporters from all over the city, just waiting to see me make a fool of myself in public. But just as the cell door slammed shut, something completely unexpected happened. I slowly opened my hand, revealing, astonishingly, 6 fingers. By the time everyone realized what had happened and rushed back into the cell, it was already empty. The media erupted instantly, and my fame spread across the country overnight. But I felt that this still wasn't enough. If I wanted to stay in the spotlight, I needed to perform even more daring acts and showcase even more thrilling feats. So I had someone lock my ankles in shackles and hang me upside down in midair. In the next moment, 3 strong men slowly lowered me into a giant water tank, and I began to struggle desperately. I struggled to break free from my restraints, while outside the tank, my partner Jim stared at the new device he had just built, suddenly losing all confidence. He fixed his eyes on me inside the tank, trembling with fear. Sure enough, an accident still happened.